Bill.
We're live.
Oh wait, it's live then.
All right. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Kistner here. Really excited about tonight, and we're gonna just break down some we're just gonna break down some of the great stuff that's happening. A lot of people are a little unsure about the Platinum Partner Program, so Elliot's made a couple slides to break it down. Now, if you were on the 9 o'clock Sizzle Connect call, that's fantastic. But I think sometimes the Sizzle partners, us, can explain it, better than corporate. Corporate and Sizzle partners don't always. We need each other. We'll put it that way. But anyways, I want to. Elliot put some work into this. He did a really nice job. It's just a couple slides, but it's gonna break it down, for you. It's gonna show you why you want to be a platinum partner and the benefits to being so. And actually, Elliot, we just found out that there's more benefits than we thought they were, just by an email that probably everyone got, but they might not have read it yet. It's pretty cool. So without further ado, Elliot, why don't you do the screen share and bring those up?
All right, just let me bring that up.
Let's introduce everybody first, because there's a lot of new people on.
All right.
All right, run through your intro.
Yeah, while Elliot's pulling that up, I'll do intros. We already know who Jeffrey is.
All right, I'm done. Your time's up.
You're already done?
Well, I'm done pulling it up. All right, I'm just kidding. Go ahead with your introduction.
Then we've got Patrick Mays. Patrick, why don't you tell us where you're from?
You hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
North Carolina. You
Yes.
get hit with a hurricane recently?
Yeah, that was on the East Coast, down near Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that was heading out that way. I wonder, we got a lot of North Carolina. Where's Mary? Mary's not here right now.
Yeah, Bill's in North Carolina. They were talking in the Skype group about having a big Sizzle North Carolina jamboree or something.
We got a lot of people in Florida too. We're gonna do one here, that is for sure.
Is it jamborees in North Carolina? Nah, that sounds like Arkansas or something.
I don't know.
All right, sorry,
Patricia,
go ahead.
how you doing, Patricia from the Turks Islands? Oh. All right. Then we've got Laura in Texas. How you doing, Laura? Wave. Wave to the people. There you go. Wave to the people. There you go. And then you got Jim Bia. How you doing, Jim? Long time no see.
Yeah, really. I'm doing good. Doing good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to see you on. We're gonna let Elliot train us tonight.
I'm not training any. I'm just showing 2 slides.
He's taking over. No, I'm just kidding. No, please train. We want you to train. Elliot Kosmicki. Where are you in Wisconsin?
I don't usually look like a slide, but today I look like a slide. Hello, everybody.
We already know you, though. We already saw you earlier, so you're good. And we've got Bill Potting over in North Carolina. How you doing, Bill?
Good, good. Yeah, we got hit by the thunderstorm before.
The thunderstorm?
Yeah, it wasn't a hurricane by the time it got to us, though. So we missed it.
Oh, see, they're all saying it's a Hurricane Arthur and a Category 1 hit North Carolina. That's what I'm reading on Weather Channel.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, good. It wasn't that bad here either. I was like, where's the tropical storm?
Yeah.
I was kept waiting for it. I'm like, wait for it, wait for it. But Jim said they got hit pretty hard in Daytona. He was in Daytona a little further north, so.
Yeah, we had to go shopping that day. I would have rather weather as tropical storm and go shopping.
They had to go shopping. They were on vacation.
Yeah, really.
That's funny. All right, so I'm going to hand it back over to Elliot. I just wanted to say hi to everybody, get acquainted, and then, of course, for our viewers, if you guys got a link, would love to have you on. There's a little bit of room here. And if you want to join in the conversation so you can ask questions, after Elliot goes over the brand partner, Sizzle brand, I can't even say it, the Platinum Partner Program, I'm sure there's going to be questions, and of course we love the interaction, so we'd love to have you on. All right, Elliot, without further ado.
All right, so thank you. Thank you very much. So one of the questions that kept coming up for both myself and from other people was, so they keep saying, the Platinum Partner Program, and it's 50 PV auto ship and you're platinum, but that's not platinum, because if you're 200, then that's platinum. But so what I wanted to try to do was, there's a lot of different pieces to Platinum Partner Rewards. So what I wanted to try to do is break this out into customers and distributors, and then how it applies to each of those groups line by line. So so we'll take customers. The customer example I think is pretty straightforward. And actually, I probably should have done this backwards, but I'm going to start from the bottom up here. So a face-to-face retail customer, and this is why they came out with the new retail pricing. So if you go to sizzleinternational.com, go to the products link, you look through products, you're going to see all the retail pricing on the website as of today. Now, that is what is suggested by Sizzle that the product is worth, that you would go to, your family member or friend or, farmer's market or whatever it is, and sell that product at retail price. So their discount, a retail customer, is 0%. So what that does is allows you to more easily direct someone to, I can sell it to you for this, but you can get an immediate 15% discount if you go online and create an account, buy it online. So a customer who's just placing a one-off order is going to get a 15% discount off of retail. For customers, the platinum pricing that they can get is a maximum of 25% off, and that is, and again, the discount is off of the new suggested retail prices. So a platinum preferred customer is anyone with a 50 PV auto purchase, or they place an order for 150 PV total. So they don't have to set up an auto purchase. $150, $200 customer orders are pretty common. So they can get that full 25% discount if they place one large order. But for the most part, a lot of the products that our customers will buy, it makes sense to set up an auto purchase. One thing to remind them of, this came up today for me with a couple people, is remind them that they can go in and change, edit, cancel that auto purchase anytime in their back office. The customers have a back office too. It's not as, it doesn't have all the things that a distributor has back there, but it allows them to manage that order in their back office. So, I forgot what I was doing. Let me switch slides here. All right, so for distributors, it's not switching. Just a second here. We'll figure it out. Are you guys seeing the distributor slide or the customer slide?
The customer detail slide.
All right,
Rewards customers.
Yeah, customer.
all right, let me try this one more time.
What's wrong? Your PowerPoint's not working?
No, the PowerPoint's switching, but the screen share is not switching.
Yeah, I don't see any slides.
Oh, now I had to change it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so distributors. So this, on the left-hand side, you're going to see all the different classifications of a distributor that we're going to look at. So a distributor who does not have an auto purchase is essentially a customer. They're not qualified to earn anything. They're not. I take that back. You don't need an auto purchase to be qualified. You can place a $50 order in a month and technically be qualified for fast starts. However, the way we're going to look at this is breaking it down as so. So someone who does not order, a distributor who does not order will be a base distributor. They're not platinum, obviously. They're still going to get a 25% discount when they do order off of that retail price. A distributor who has that 50 PV auto purchase or places a single $150 order in a month will get distributor platinum pricing, which for distributors is 35% off. That's the maximum discount, and that's equal to the pricing the legacy pricing is what Sizzle calls it. So if you're a distributor with 50 points on auto purchase or place a 150 point order, you'll get that discount. Although I should say they are aware of an issue where that's not working for distributors right now. But that is the way it's supposed to work, and I've confirmed that with 2 different customer service people. So that, I'm assuming that's going to be fixed. If it's not today, it should be soon. The next step where things change is at the 100 point mark. So in addition to the platinum pricing, you also get platinum rewards, which is the product voucher every 4 months, and what you'll end up getting is 5% back. So at the 100 PV level, from 100 to 199, those are the platinum rewards you get from the program. So at 200 points per month is where everything changes, and you get absolutely everything. So at the 200 PV per month, and keep in mind this is on the Sizzle side, to do platinum in this case where you're at 200 PV per month in 200 PV per month in Sizzle product, all you need to do is add 50 PV in coffee, and you qualify for the max compensation for coffee as well as rank advancements, etc. So here's what we're looking at. We're looking at you max out the comp plan, you're eligible for rank advancements, and now the rank advance bonuses. You obviously get the platinum pricing. The platinum rewards goes up to 6.5% every 4 months. This is where the annual shipping rewards start. So every 12 months, you'll get your shipping reimbursed in the form of a rewards voucher. And all the other things like the recognition, VIP at Sizzle events, and what Jeff mentioned today, they just sent out an email a little after 6 Central Time, and they mentioned some like luxury items with like Sizzle branded luxury items. So I threw that in there because it sounds like this is kind of where the real platinum program is. Obviously, for a distributor, from the compensation and rank advancement standpoint, it makes sense that you're here. But just from all the other things, the annual shipping rewards is one of the greatest things about this program, I think. So that's where this starts. The change when you go to 300 points and over is that platinum rewards, the every 4 month reward voucher goes up to 8 1/3%. So that's the only change from there. So basically, the 200 PV level or above is where you get absolutely everything from the Platinum Rewards program. And then, like we see, as you step down, you can get just the pricing for 50 PV a month. You can qualify for the best pricing. So I think that's great. And so that would be, someone who wants the best pricing, maybe doesn't want to build a huge business long term, but they're going to get the best pricing. Jeff, did you have anything to add to that? I see April's not on screen right now.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Did this make sense, first of all?
Yeah, you're totally on track here, Elliot. I just want to add a few things because they did say it, send it out today, and I think this is really cool. We don't know exactly what it is, but you can get an idea, and I'm going to read it right off here, right out of the email. I'm with you. I mean, we really blow everyone away with the shipping reward in the form of a voucher, because Sizzle's always been reasonable with their shipping anyway, but a lot of people complain about, where they're getting charged $20 to $30 when, my shipping, and I order quite a bit, and I have some Triangle of Life's not light when you have 3, liquid elixirs. It's pretty heavy, but my shipping's only about $12. But that's still $144 in free product back a year in the form of a voucher. But here's what's cool. I love this. Platinum promotional reward. Receive exclusive Sizzle branded luxury promotional items. And then one thing I don't believe we mentioned is platinum event admission. Now, I love going to events, and there's going to be a lot more local as we grow, of course, all over Florida and other areas. Platinum event admission, entitlement to free admission and red carpet treatment at Sizzle events. I mean, that's really powerful. And the third one we didn't mention was be recognized at Sizzle events and in Sizzle publications. Share with others how you'll achieve your dreams and how you're building and maintaining and growing a profitable Sizzle business. So, a lot of, like they do in some other promotional programs that we have, is we're going to allow to tell our story in some of the publications. So if you're a platinum partner rewards, distributor, you're going to have access to these things, and it's going to make you grow so much faster.
Yeah, so I should, I should note that I think 99% of the time when we talk about platinum partners going forward, it's going to refer to the 200 PV a month level, because that's where you're getting all these extra things that distributors would care about. You still get some of the features below that, obviously, the platinum pricing, and you get rewards at anything over 100. But so sometimes the wording can be confusing, and the way that they've described it up to this point, they've described it the same way, but meaning different things for different people. So my hope is I'll print these out as like PDFs and put them up in the team site, because I do think it's at least a good reference to say, at 50 PV, this is what you'll get at, at 200, this is what you get. Because I think that was really difficult for me to pick up based on what information was coming out prior.
Elliot, I agree with you. They made it sound like if you're on 50 PV, you were platinum partner rewards, and I agree with you that it really kicks in at that 6.5%. It really kicks in at annual shipping rewards. As I look down, and it's getting harder too because people are joining the team, and I'm making myself available as much as I can. But as we as it grows, I think this month, just to guess based on our growth, we'll bring on about 70 more partners this month. It's getting harder to keep track of, which is really exciting. But at the same time, I wanted to be clear that there's these perks here, and as I look down that long list of people and orders, I see a lot of people that they're at 185, and I mean it just $15 more. Of course, they do their body good, but then their shipping's covered. So it's really amazing. And that's not just shipping, by the way. My products come with my coffee, so it covers the coffee shipping too. They're not like excluding something. I think that's notable as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so it's just there's a lot of power here, and we've changed some slides in our presentation. Hope I'm not going too out of bounds here, but I'm really excited about this. For so many.
Actually, Jeff, before you go into.
Sure. Before I go into hyper.
Because I know where this is going to go and then where it's going to end up, and it's far away from the platinum program.
You got it.
So can we just open it up for questions as far as the platinum rewards program? Has anyone else kind of heard questions about it or have their own questions about it that we can try to figure out together?
Hey, Elliot, I got a real quick question. And I think you said this, so this is just a repeat probably, but that 200 PV, that can be 150 on Sizzle and a 50 on Cafe side, right? Is that right?
As far as I know, no. So this is just Sizzle volume.
Okay.
And I've talked to Jeff about this before, but it seems like because they've combined, the only thing that's combined at this point is for your rank and the rank advancement bonuses. But it probably makes sense that over time it seems like they're kind of piece by piece combining the two. So that's just a guess. I have no inside information at all, but it's just a guess that over time things will start to combine like that. But so at the 200 level, it would still be 200. If you just have 200 in Sizzle, you do get all these rewards, the platinum rewards. But for the compensation rank advancements, to qualify on the Sizzle Cafe side, you would still need that extra 50 on Cafe.
Okay, appreciate it.
You bet.
You know, if anyone needs help turning on their mic, you just go to settings at the top. You know, the little pinwheel there. It
And
says
Jeff knows
settings.
that because I have to tell him all the
You have
time.
to tell me about every other time. So you just go to settings, turn on your mic. I know. I think maybe Patricia tried to speak earlier. Laura, you're not that shy. Um, but anyways, I appreciate you asking the question, Jim, even if it's a repeat, because there are other people watching that aren't on here. So it's and there's also people going to watch it in the future, and that's a lot of reasons we do this. We
Yeah,
want to
well, that
have
was,
the best trained sizzle team.
yeah, I mean, and that was actually a question I had until a couple days ago when I heard or I'd read something that was like, oh, yeah, that it is just sizzle products for now, but um, yeah, it's a good question. Patrick, any questions about the platinum programs?
I know you had answered the question in reference to the Sizzle side versus the Sizzle Cafe side. And my understanding is we have to have 200 on the Sizzle, and we can do 50 on the Cafe side.
Yeah, that's correct. So the way instead of having to qualify for both compensation plans at the max level to do 200 on both sides, because Sizzle International already existed, they brought in the cafe business. They said, all right, everyone that's on 200 on Sizzle, you can also max out the compensation on the cafe side by just adding $50 from the coffee. So 200 plus Sizzle, 200 from Sizzle plus 50 from cafe is is the max platinum. We need a special word for that, Jeff.
We do need to. We'll make something up. But you know what? It is important. Patrick's asking a great question, and it's important to point out that it doesn't work in the opposite way. I mean, you explained why we wanted it. We wanted, this to be an addition. We wanted people to qualify for platinum on both sides. But here's the point. If you order 200 personal volume in coffee and 50 on the sizzle side, you're not going to be platinum on both sides. You'll still be platinum on the coffee side, so it doesn't work the opposite way. So and maybe in the future it will again.
Yeah,
Like Elliot said earlier, I do not have any inside information. They wouldn't tell me that because I would tell you. I wouldn't hold it in, so they won't tell me. But maybe in the future it will be like that. But right now it is not.
yeah. A good example is I've got somebody who's kind of an offline guy that will do, um, 300-400 a month in coffee because he's selling a lot of it. He's not using $400 a month, but and then just recently talking to him about to get to platinum on both sides because he does sell some of the other product, to move that sizzle side up to 200. Even though he's definitely platinum in coffee and he's fine there. Trying to make sure both sides are platinum, and so that's an expensive way to do it unless you're selling all of it. But so that's why for me, I get enough coffee for myself and some samples. I'll send a box of samples every month. But even like my mom, I don't buy coffee to sell to her. She logs in and orders it. So I don't stock up on any of the coffee. So about 75 bucks or so is about, I think, what my coffee order is.
Hmm. Okay.
But now it's got to go up because now my wife's starting to drink coffee again.
We drink a lot of weight loss coffee, so it's a little bit more for us. But I will say that the weight loss coffee is pretty awesome. I love it. So does Jeff. We'd like the taste of it even better than the other kinds.
You should check before you call Jeff, though. You should check to see if he just started drinking it, because you might end up on the phone for 2 hours.
I drink. I've been. Yeah, that's exactly right. That does happen, and I'm like, hey, and by the way, Elliot, I've been drinking some Rocket Fuel.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I drink 2 bags of that a month. Seriously, I do. I love it, and it's good. And I don't care what time it is.
April, do you have any Platinum Partner Rewards questions?
No. I mean, I actually experienced some of the pricing, the different pricing, which was pretty awesome because when I signed up Brian, he was going through the checkout, and I told him to order from the site, and I forgot about this extra, this 25 or 35% of it being marked up retail. So it was like $1,400, and he's like, "Why is it $1,400 to buy a master pack?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why is it?" So I'm like, "Oh yeah, I bet they put the retail pricing." So that's how I found out. And one second, okay, just one second.
I don't know how many times she does that. Hey, just a second. I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, yeah, my kids. Sorry. So what I was gonna say is, you guys can swing this so good, and I used to sell. I mean, I'm pretty good at selling, $1,000 packages and things like that. And the reason why is because yeah, now we have a huge advantage. So I was telling Elliot actually, I think right when I was trying, actually when I signed up Brian, because that's when it dawned on me that, oh my gosh, there's a savings of $400 now when somebody comes on for a master. Okay, so if they buy the master's pack, now there's a $400 savings. So today I was doing a three-way, and I caught myself again. I was talking about the savings of the $400 of savings to come on as a master. How you're immediately now you're a paid as master. You can override 6 level deep, and it's a huge thing because when you're in this industry to be able to say that you have a $400 savings. That's a
Yeah,
pretty big deal. That's a lot of money that you're saving.
yeah. Showing that price difference, I think, is huge, and I
A
think
lot.
it'll become more obvious once you start sending people to look through. A lot of people will ask, what's the pricing like, and I can actually have them go look at what the pricing is, but let them know, you'll end up getting 35% off of all those prices. So, um, then you got people figuring out, oh, this is gonna, wow, it goes down to that much, and it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, Elliot and April and everyone, it's amazing. I've seen companies give, 20, 25% off the retail price for the distributors. Here we are at 35% off, but not, to sound like the, infomercial, but that's not all. There's more. And then when you add the platinum rewards of 6.5% at 200, now you're over 40%. Now you add in shipping rewards, and I don't even, that depends on where you live and all this type of thing. But for me, that's another $12 a month. So depending on how much you're ordering, but even I want you to think about this. It's pretty simple math. Even if you're at 200 and you're getting another $12 a month, it's another 6%. So seriously, there's no exaggeration when you're saying you're when you calculate this out, you're at like 47% off the retail because you're getting free products in the form of vouchers, and then you add luxury gifts that you're getting and branded to Sizzle that will help you grow your business. And they're talking about samples and all these different things. It is really amazing. When you're 200 personal volume and above, you're nearly at with all the perks, you're really close to 50% off. Throughout the year.
All I want is a platinum Tom Mauer sizzle jacket. Can you imagine what a Tom Mauer design jacket would look like? Oh,
yeah.
I want one of those.
Inexpensive. I want that shirt. I don't know which one. Any one. They're so cool.
Yeah. All right. So I think if anyone has platinum partner questions as we go through, bring them up. Shoot me a message or any of us a message. I think, and whether it's Facebook, Skype, and we'll get them answered. But we can go ahead and kind of move on to other stuff. I know, Jeff, you wanted to talk a little bit about the presentation.
I want to point out that we'll talk about anything. If someone has questions, I mean, we're sharing time with people, and this is a roundtable hangout. We want to bring you information. We want to bring you value. But anyways, we can do it a little, round table. Elliot, you can guide it a little if you want. But anyways, I want to help people grow their business. It's really exciting. Like I said, my guess is based on present growth, we'll hit over 70 distributors this month. I wouldn't be shocked if we had 80, but it's going to be over 70, and it's because of everyone, it's because of what the company's putting in place to make it easy. But I want to get some questions answered because I don't want anyone left in the dark about anything, what's going on or what's happening or how things work.
I think that's good. I was gonna say, as far as the you kind of got me thinking about the presentations and
But
how
you cut me off though.
I
Once you
did.
cut, yeah, because you had to finish this program.
Yeah, no, no, no. I mean, I'm just saying that. Um, I mean, I think I'll go down that road. But if anyone has questions, please unmute and just interrupt us, because otherwise Jeff and I will be here till midnight, um, just talking about random sizzle things, which
Yep,
isn't bad either. That's how I learned most of the stuff I learned.
yep. Call me. Let me drink some coffee. Give me a call. Start asking questions.
Yep.
Got questions? I've got answers. If this wasn't live, I'd tell you the funniest articles I read about some of our. I want to tell you. I am excited about this. They're researching. I'll tell you some stuff that you just don't know. Tom Maurer is amazing. I mean, when we sit there and say, "Oh, he earned the Utah Genius Award," I mean, think people take that stuff lightly. I want to give you an idea, and I'll explain it the best I can. When you go to your grow, and he doesn't have to do this, but he does it. I mean, it blows away the competition. Let me give you an example. Here I am in sunny Florida. It's beautiful. It's awesome. But here's my point. If I go down the road and I go get some orange juice at one of the orange juice places, because it's not commercial, it doesn't have to be pasteurized. Now, if you know what that is, it means they heat it up. They practically boil it, so it kills bacteria that may or may not be there. Okay, that's what they have to do when they go to your grocery store. So when you go pick up your orange juice in the grocery store, you're drinking like orange-flavored sugar water because it basically killed the vitamins and minerals and all that too. I'm exaggerating a bit, but you get the idea. When I go down the street and they just squeezed it 5 minutes ago, you drink it. It wasn't pasteurized. It wasn't heated. It wasn't anything. So there's some other companies that make similar products to ours, but there's another company that makes Limu. Okay, but let me give you a little difference where Tom goes so far beyond, and this is pretty fascinating. So he has to pasteurize it because it's commercialized. So these other companies, they pasteurize it too, but they don't have the technology that Tom does. They don't have the money Tom does. We have over $3.4 million in equipment just to process Fucoidan. Now that's worth more than some of these companies are worth.
Well, not only that, and remember, this is based on the patents that Tom holds on the processing. So
they can't do it.
You're gonna talk about the pasteurization. Yeah.
Now check this out. So anyways, I was kind of explaining with orange juice so you'd get the idea. And I know you guys know what that means. We want the health benefits. So Tom has to pasteurize the Fucoidan so that he can distribute it throughout the world. But he went in such technology, he pasteurized it instead of boiling it like a lot of people do for an hour. Tom pasteurizes the Fucoidan in 6 seconds, and then he rapidly cools it. It's impressive, and no one else does it. And the other thing is there is not another company, because there's other companies that have this product, but he has all 3 types of Fucoidan, U, F, and G. The closest is 2. That's not really a complete food. Now let me take it to another step, and this is because I'm constantly on the phone with Sizzle and asking, I just ask a lot of questions, and I want the answers. I get them. I bring them to you when it's appropriate. Here's another thing that's really fascinating. We have these 18 scientists on board. Now you hear me talk about this briefly in the webinars, and I'm going to talk about it briefly here. But the idea is, it's just not that more's better. Okay, because then everyone would just put more and they would just beat us. So, and I'm just making up milligrams here. This doesn't matter. I'm just giving you concept. But let's say the Sizzle scientists determine that we need somewhere over 25 milligrams of Fucoidan to make it do something for you, right? But they're researching the research, and they're determining that it needs somewhere between 100 and 200 milligrams of Fucoidan, in that product to have a therapeutic effect and do some good things, some sensational health benefits. So what they're going to do is they're going to put the 200 milligrams in there, which is really powerful, and it blows everybody else away because they're not lying, but seriously, some of those companies are putting 5 and 10. So it's not going to do anything. It's like 2% active garbage that won't do anything for you. The only reason it's doing anything at all is mostly placebo effect, in my opinion. But now he takes it to a different level. Remember, we have this scientist on board. So one group of scientists is determining how much is a therapeutic amount based on real research, world studies. Then the other part is, and this is really exciting, is can your body absorb it? So they use nanotechnology. So just picture what that is. You read it on Google and all that. But what nanotechnology is breaking down the molecules so small that your body will rapidly absorb them. So not only are we putting the therapeutic amounts in the product, but we're using the other part of the science is to make sure that your body can absorb the fucoidan and other products, other ingredients into your body. Because who cares if you're putting so many milligrams in your body and your body can't absorb it? That, a long time ago when someone would sell, I won't say a product, but anyways, a pain reliever, and one product would have 200 milligrams and the generic form would have 200 milligrams, but everyone would be in pain with the generic formula, and that's because the company that originally came out with it, the tablet would be soft and it would dissolve quickly in your body and it would be absorbed. Well, the other one, that tablet would it would just run right through your system. It wouldn't be absorbed, and you remain in pain. Basically, you're just pooping out your stuff, and that's why guys seriously, I'm glad we're laughing, Elliot. That's why guys in porta potties laugh, because people. I'm not going to name any brands, but the tablets themselves are so hard, your body can't absorb it. You just send it right through your system, and boom. I mean, you might as well swallow a penny and suck the copper off of it. It's just not going to do anything good if you want a copper supplement, because that's about all you're going to get. So it's really interesting. If you notice, the ones who are using Encompass 360 and these other fine products, they're in capsule form. Tom shows that in his factory, and that's rapidly broken down and absorbed by your body, so it can do your body good. Anyways, hope I wasn't too long-winded there, but I'm really proud of Sizzle and the way they manufacture things.
Yeah, I love the product story, especially the fucoidan stuff, because I think it's just so interesting. The way, obviously, a lot of that has to do with the patents, but just the difference between our fucoidan, and every other fucoidan product out there is just, the more I learned about it, the more incredible it is.
You got 22 international patents, U.S. patents. You got a person who won the Utah Genius Award. That was how it was presented, how it came about. It's just, really amazing. Now, this might drive some of you nuts and some of you watching, because if you know the personality types, you have your blues and yellows and rule makers. Well, Elliot and I have a lot of green in us, so we'll go over the details sometimes till it drives you nuts. But I think it is interesting, because they say, hey, don't compare product to product, and that rarely wins the race. It really doesn't. But it's nice to know that you do not just have a better product, and we use these words. We have a vastly superior products. They are vastly superior in every way, and the reason they are that isn't by chance. It's because Tom Maurer and his group of scientists research the other products. I'm serious. They go out there, they order the products from the other company, they send them to independent labs, analyze them, find out what's in them, and they kick their can. And that's just the way it is. And apparently it's not hard to do when you have the money and the scientist on board. You have the financial backing, you have the research, and Tom loves doing research. If you've ever gone on Facebook, oh my gosh, what he writes, it's awesome.
I think Jeff, a lot of how you and I look at Sizzle and the products is, we do look at them, and I talk to people about this a lot. We look at them as there are products. I mean, like I've talked about, you've got your own $1 million business sitting here. It's your factory, it's your products, it's your scientists. I think we really get into that. So I don't know. I think it's healthy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think well, of course we do. But it is fascinating. It is our product. It is your multi-million-dollar business, and you just can't duplicate it. And I'm not hyping it up on I'll call it the show when I do these live webinars, and I say Tom Maurer did this, and he broke network marketing history by having the largest network marketing factory. And I say what this means to you, and I mean it. It means that he Tom and his family are controlling the quality from end to end. I mean, the reason he's kicking everyone's butt in coffee, for example, is because he's skipping about 8 brokers. I mean, if you wanted to sell coffee, you could. You could go to a coffee broker, tell them what quality you're looking for and all this, and you could determine where you wanted to get it. And it would probably go, and I'm not exaggerating, it'd probably go through 6 different people before it got to you. And you'd probably, pay, $15 a pound before you did whatever you have to do to it. Tom Maurer, he's going straight to the Panamanian coffee farms because he can order such a large amount. He has futures contracts in him. Not to get technical, but all it means is that he has right of first refusal. So he can get as much coffee as he wants. There are no distributors in between. So he gets the, price locked in. And you know what, Elliot, this is really important. And this is really important. Coffee's been going up all over the place. I don't know if you guys know this, all over. But has our coffee gone up? No.
And so Jeff, and I was going to say it was April and I we were looking online. This was months ago, but we were looking online at like buying Panamanian Bocat Geisha coffee in bulk, right? And I think the cheapest we could find it was over $100 an ounce or a pound.
$20 for 12 ounces.
Yeah, 120. So that's the cheapest we could find it in bulk. So
well, you might not have seen the pictures, but what Tom has coming in, well, first of all, he's buying directly from them. He had the prices locked in. Okay, right of first refusal on, locked in prices. If you've ever seen the semis, and if anyone wants to see these, I'll send them to you. They show them backing up to the sizzle factory because this is really going from the Panamanian farms to Utah in our coffee plant. In that facility, we built a coffee plant. But these are coming in semi-loads in 100-pound sacks. And if you could just, and I don't even know the tonnage on that, but I will tell you, we were talking about Fucoid the other, so I'll tell you, as I talked to some of the big shots over there, at any given time, just to give you an idea of the amount of Fucoid we process, 123 metric tons of Fucoid will be sitting in quarantine to make sure it is what it is before it's going to be processed. And we also have right of first refusal because a lot of people can get their Fucoid these other companies that make it from lots of different places. In reality, we have farming rights and right of first refusal in the pristine waters of Tonga. So that's where, I mean, seriously, that's where they can put all their glossy brochures together and show how cool it is. Ours really is coming from the pristine waters of Tonga at tonnage and into that factory. It's amazing. I hope you guys are fascinated by this. You work for a company that really was built to last for generations, and I'm kind of a street preacher, but I say, hey, leave your children's children an inheritance, and you could do it here. Tom's doing it for his family by grooming the generations to take over with this Dynasty Trust, and you could do it for your family. And I can't say that about another company because they've been bought and sold, which means there's a price. I don't think someone could come up at any price because it's Tom's passion. And I'm not speaking for him by any means, but if you're trying to make him rich, you're too late. I don't think someone could come up and offer him a price because he has a passion for this and he has so much that he wants to accomplish. And I honestly believe he's here to make the world a better place. And that's one of the things I judge a network marketing company by. You can talk about the compensation plans and all this, but is this network marketing company actually going to make the world a better place?
Well, and actually, Jeff, I think I could be wrong about this, but the way Sizzle's set up as a Dynasty Trust, the way I understand it is that because when they say Sizzle can't be bought or sold, and they say that a lot, it actually means that Sizzle couldn't be sold. Like Tom Maurer Sr. couldn't decide to sell Sizzle tomorrow. He could leave Sizzle, and then it would go to Tom Maurer Jr., who could leave Sizzle, who would go to the next heir as long as they're of age. And so, like, everyone in line for in the Maurer family would have to decide to not want the business anymore. That's kind of the way I understand it. So it's not like Tom owns the company by himself and can decide to sell it tomorrow.
That's exactly right. Sizzle has to be sizzle, make it or break it. And
And boy, is
that
it making it.
yeah, and like I say in the webinar, thanks for making fun of me, Elliot. And boy, is it making it. And how could it not? I mean, you have this debt free. There is no rent. There is no mortgage. I mean, what taxes? I mean, those VATs. You don't have to know those VATs are $1 million VATs. They're paid for. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
And he can produce a lot more. His factory's not running 24/7. So let's get out there and really build something for your family, for your future, and you're set. And I joke around with this, but I'm not so joking when you're going to be on the beach with your little device, whatever it may be, and someone's going to say, they want to join. You're going to say, put your thumbprint right here and click on the picture you want it to buy, and they're going to be on board. And probably a hologram will come up out and just sell it for you. A little Elliot will come up. And he'll just stand here and sell it. Bill, come on, you're a tough Marine. I don't even want to smart off to you except from this distance. You must have something to say, or questions, comments, concerns. Jim Bia, Laura, Patrick, don't make me draw you into this. Come on, Bill. We talk a lot. We do three-ways a lot. What's on your mind?
Yeah,
What are you thinking?
No, I don't really have any questions. Just going back to the platinum that we were talking about before, the platinum partner. Just looking at that slide that Elliot had up, and looking at what it's the difference between 50 PV and then 200 PV, and actually being a platinum partner. It seems just like a no-brainer with all the benefits that you got and everything. I mean, especially with the coffee as a separate company, but you only have to put in 50 PV to be a platinum partner for that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like a no-brainer.
Bill, I like the value. I want to add something we didn't talk about. What I think this is so fair, and that is, I want everyone to get the products for your health. I believe you'll outdo everybody else just for having more energy, and feeling better and all that. But I want to add this: you can go platinum with customers. Sure, a 50-point personal order. The other 150 or so can be customers. And a lot of companies are like, I need 3 customers. You can have just 1 customer. And believe me, here's the proof that I see. This is just me observing. One, I see the products that are ordered over and over and over, and that tells me a lot. And the other thing that I see is a lot of in my 23 years, I've never had so many customers. I'm just seeing. I look down the line and I see customers, and not customers ordering 50 and 100. I mean, I see customers, just customers. And believe me, I will call them and ask them without stepping on anyone's toes of yours, because some of them are your customers. But anyways, there's customers ordering nearly $400 a month. That tells me a lot. It really does. But it also more ways than you think. Because think about this: there are people that you think they're just trying. In other companies, they're just trying to make money, so they're trying to get to platinum to max out the compensation plan. Well, that's part of it, and that's smart. But when I see people that don't have to order, in other words, they're ordering 50 and they have over $1,000 in customers, which makes them platinum in every level. They do not have to order products, and they still order $200 and $300 of the products. That's what shows you the value. They order the products anyway. And that's me. I only talk about what I'm going to try next or this or that. And I actually have 2 auto purchases that go out every month. So, Elliot, it's going to be interesting how they reimburse my shipping. But anyways, it's what you talked about in I saw your new presentation was phenomenal. But I love that they're going to go down and look at that, because there's some things, shampoo, shaving cream, these types of things, which you don't know exactly how much you use. Sizzoline's easy. If you have it one time a day, it's 30 days. You're good. You know, but some of these things you don't know. So I have one order that's a staple: my Triangle of Life, my Encompass, my Sizzling, and some other products. And then I have the second order that I change a lot. Anyways, anyone want to comment on that or have any ideas? I mean, I should probably try to get into one, but I like having that one order go out on the first week and then, you know, see what I need a couple weeks later.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd save on shipping just doing the one, but
I won't.
You get it back anyway.
Right, I just did more products that I want to try anyway. And it might sound like, hey, I'm mistreating the company's money. Sorry, Tom, but I'm ordering products, so thank you.
No, I do that too. I can't do one because I always forget stuff. Like I think my auto purchase just went out today, and I know I forgot to change it to add the stuff I wanted to add to it. So.
Hey, you know what? I want to say something. This is interesting, and I'm not going to name any names, but I'll name me. I don't use any face creams or anything like that. I'm not trying to take, years off my face or anything like this. But when Tom Maurer came out and he said, "Hey, if you're 40 or over, and this new face cream I'm going to come out is going to take 5 years." And 2 weeks off your face, and if you want to try it for 30 days, 8 years off your face, money back guarantee. I have talked to so many men that say they're going for that product, and that blew my mind. So anyways, I can't imagine how many women are going to order that product who are already using, face creams that they're not getting a money back guarantee, that it's taking those years off the face. It's got to be mind-blowing. And then some of these products, seriously, they are over $300 for these, special, 1 ounce of this elixir and all this kind of thing that takes the wrinkles away and stuff like that. And I've mostly heard that it doesn't work. So anyways, this is going to be really fascinating because of the research and development they put in this and tested it and everything. They certainly are really proud of this product. Anyone want to comment on that? No?
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for that new product. I think.
It's going to go crazy.
It's crazy because I'm like, it actually got me looking in the mirror. I'm like, can I use this stuff? Like, I got a little bit of wrinkles happening. I could take a few years off.
You know what, Elliot? It's interesting. Guaranteed. I was having when I was getting my hair cut. The women around there that were 26 years old. Yeah, you don't have this challenge. 26 years old, they're asking, hey, will it take years off me? Well, I don't think it's going to make you, back down to 14, but it's going to take some years off, sure. Plus, I was joking around. I said, yeah, you drink a lot of beer, you hang out at the beach, sure, it'll take some years off. You've been aging. But of course it will, right? So anyways, Laura, you've been so quiet. You're going to make me call on you. We're going to wrap it up here in a couple of minutes too, because we're not going to go past 11. That was the promise that I made.
You promised that?
No. Laura, how are you? Does your speaker work?
Yeah, it works.
What's your favorite product?
I like the lotion.
Told you. There you go. But see, the face cream's not even out. You're going to try that, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what's so weird, Jeff, is that I actually when I first started Sizzle, I didn't think I was going to like use any of the soaps or lotions or anything like that. I thought I was like Triangle of Life, Sizzling, and like that was my thing. I cannot use normal soap now. It's so ridiculous. The dish soap, I use it as hand soap all the time, even though I love the hand soap, the Sizzle hand soap too. I love dish soap. How ridiculous is that? How do you love dish soap?
Talk about being a product of the product.
It is so ridiculous.
Elliot loves dish soap. It's his favorite product.
Oh my God. It's so weird. I mean,
I thought the coffee was your favorite.
I do. I have like 5 cups of the coffee every day too.
You're a product of the product. You know what's really cool is With Sizzle, what I love about Sizzle is that it's economical. You can switch your store. You guys wash your dishes, switch your store. You brush your teeth, buy your toothpaste from Sizzle. I mean, it's so economical that literally you can do the luxury products. A lot of MLM companies, they have luxury products. That's what I call them. They're like luxurious products that are way overpriced most of the time, except for when it comes to Sizzle. And then Sizzle, we've got stuff that's economical, like, laundry detergent, body wash, lotion, all that stuff. But then we've also got the fancy products, but even those are economical because they're not overpriced like other companies.
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead, Elliot.
Well, I was going to say it's hard to find soaps without the sulfates in it in a store. So, if you can find them like in a specialty store, although I think Mandy might have said she saw one at Target or something like that, but it's like way expensive. It's like crazy expensive for toxic-free stuff like that. The only thing that you can get that's cheap, and maybe this is why Sizzle isn't going down this path yet, is like kitchen cleaners, right? Because you can get like a good like hydrogen peroxide kitchen cleaner for a couple bucks. That's basically water and oxygen. I mean, there's some cool things we could do with the cleaners and things like that. So I kind of hope they go that direction. But it's hard to find. I interrupted everybody, and now I can't stop talking about soaps. I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. Go ahead.
No, Elliot, it's powerful. It's the same thing. If some of you come in the house, this house is sizzleized. From soaps to shaving creams to shampoos, bathrooms, kitchens. I mean, there's a Sizzle bottles all over the place, and it is really amazing when you look at it. And if you try to find it without it in there, you're right. It's so much more expensive. And I wanted to point out this, and you made me think about this. And most people don't realize it. A lot of the soaps that a lot of this, and there's people watching here that aren't in the U.S. and they know it. A lot of the soaps that they sell in the United States are illegal to sell in other countries because they're not going to allow their citizens to absorb the things that are linked to carcinogens. Now, I put a lot of thought in this. You know why they won't? Is because a lot of these other countries, I'll say they're more down the socialist path where they're paying, like 40% of their taxes towards health care. And they're not going to let you poison the people that they're bailing out. They're just not going to let you do it because they got to pay for all that. And when they know something's directly linked to, cancer and it's causing health problems, they're not going to let you put that on the store shelf because they ultimately have to pay for it. Here we do. The large companies are going to not be so concerned with that. They're just going after the profits. My opinion, of course.
Did you read that post? I put it in the Facebook group about sunscreen, and that there's all these doctors that think that it's not the sun that's causing melanoma, it's the sunscreen because of all the chemicals that they have to add to sunscreen. I was like, oh my God.
I read that, and you're dead on, and it's not the first time I've read that, and it's crazy. We were set up to absorb, vitamins, D from the sun. You should be in the sun. Right. And then we're sitting here, where people aren't having it, they're so scared to go out, and then you get skin cancer because you were using some of these products. And or maybe you've got it from some other reasons. There's a lot of reasons. Sure. But then they go, all right, now that you got skin cancer, make sure before you go outside that you just cover your whole body.
Right. So, I mean, those studies were like over 30 years, the people that used the most sunscreen got the most cancer. Oh, my God. What
it's
a
scary.
scam.
You don't know where to turn.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Yeah,
it's insane. So now Sizzle needs a sunscreen evidently because I'm not using that anymore.
You're gonna have to use a hat.
Yeah, I do that too.
You get some hats lying around.
But like an organic, like supposedly non-toxic like baby suntan lotion is like $40 for a little bottle. It's insane.
Sure.
Um, so
You know,
now I
they
want
have so many products coming out.
I want Sizzle sunscreen.
Yeah. People were asking me, you like my comments in the room, you guys? You guys were scared to comment when I said there's better questions like, how do I sponsor my next person? You know, and I was saying, when's the tea coming out? Question 204. Tom's got a lot of stuff in the thing. I don't even want to tell you, but I have to. He's got soups coming out that are infused with herbs and all kinds of things that are good for you, but it takes time. You know, they have to test them and develop them and make them right. A lot of times they have to make the equipment. Matter of fact, sometimes they got to make equipment that makes different labels. There's so
Yeah,
much to it.
and I think Tom, all the things that we know about, like most places we wouldn't even know K cups were coming out, but because as soon as Tom talked to Keurig, like the next day he's on the morning call saying we're getting K cups because he talked to the licensing guy at Keurig, you know.
It's
So
the truth. He gets so excited, and you just gotta love him because he does everything he says he's gonna do. It just takes some time. So I'm letting you know that if you're waiting for weight loss tea, I can tell you it's gonna be a little while. It is coming, but you might have already picked up your 3, 4, and 5-star bonus. You might, but it will come. And I can tell you kind of the order that Tom's laid out, so we'll give you an idea. Is before the K cups come, it's going to be the instant packets of the weight loss coffee. You know how we got the instant packets of the black latte mocha? It's the next thing that's supposed to come out. Now the face cream might beat it, but it's supposed to be the instant packets of weight loss. Then the K cups, then the tea, then the soups. But you know what? Tom is so amazing because in the middle of all of that, you might not have been here. He came out and he said, "Surprise! Surprise product, Encompass 360."
right.
Right in the middle of it. And Elliot and I were like, "What?" Like, he never even mentioned it was on the way. And honestly, I wish he would do that more often because I have to sit there. And believe me, I call. I do. I call in. And I say, hey, I'd like to get my father's birthday was in May, and I wanted to get him the Sizzle, coffee maker, right? Whatever you want to call it. So I just kept calling in for the last several months. Hey, is it on its way? And anyways, they'd say, yeah, it's on its way. And then anyways, I just kept calling and calling, and they said, yeah, we got him in. Oh, Tom didn't like the way they worked. We sent him back. And that's true. He didn't like the way some of the parts worked, and he's like that. And I'm glad that he really cares what goes into it. So anyways, he sent them all back, and now he's renegotiating it. And I know in part why. It's because he's adding for future products special attachments on these machines for tea, for soups. So our K cups, when they arrive, are going to work in our machines, and of course, your standard Keurig like that. But we're also going to have attachments where you can, add soup or this or that. So it really is amazing what's happening, what's going on. Does anyone want to, comment, add to anybody? I'm really excited about everything.
No, I just thought of a question that Patrick had that I answered because I think I was pretty sure, or maybe I didn't answer and I was going to look at it, but maybe you know for sure, Jeff. Can Sizzle distributors sell on places like eBay or Amazon or retail stores online?
I do know, and I love this answer. They cannot, and they frequently look for that, and you don't want to compete like that. So you can't. You could do it at a farmers markets and these types of things if you want, and there's the retail prices are on there. But anyways, it's interesting. Yeah, I've called specifically for that because I wanted to find out for certain people could you do that. So you can't do it on eBay and Amazon. And a lot of these companies, I'm really disappointed in them because they brought in. I'm not going to name their. Well, you can look through your mall and you can see some of these things. There's, I'll name some companies. Here we go. Beachbody. They go right directly against their own reps. They put out their own commercials and bypass the reps. I see local commercials. One starts with a Z. I don't remember the name of it, but local commercials on TV, infomercials, um, putting up products directly against their distributors. It's just horrible. And you can walk through your local mall and you can see it. And then remember, I'm not saying any company, but the Noni juice and stuff like that, when they were selling that for $40, $50 a bottle, and you can go to Walmart right now, in a bottle there, the glass bottle and all is there for less than $5, and on sale about $3.50. I'm serious, $3.50, the magic elixir. So if you really like that, just pick it up and drink the whole bottle, because it's probably about 2% active. So, you just drink the whole thing. It'll be good for you, like a Coke or a Pepsi. It'd be fine. I have a question for Tom. I don't know the answer. Here before we go. I want to know, if money was no object, how much Fucoidan, how much Spectramax, how much Eternity is safe? Like, could you have Fucoidan 6 times a day? Because that stuff works.
Yeah.
I mean, with this,
Well,
I can't say what it's going to do for you, but I'm just, what it's done for me is amazing.
The small amount of studies about Fucoidan use for cancer, where it actually has eliminated some people's cancer, supposedly.
And we're talking about the ingredient,
In
Elliot.
their opinion, yes.
Yeah.
The ingredient Fucoidan.
Yes.
It was I think it started at 6 ounces a day. So so that would be, but then it tailed off over the course of like 6 months. So
I saw that similarly. They start out with higher doses and go down. They really want.
Yeah, but this is a testimonial. So this is just her story. It's a Sizzle rep who has MS and has been able to use Fucoidan. She does 2 ounces a day. She does 1 in the morning, 1 at night. She has 0 MS symptoms, 0. And she could not get her symptoms under control. She was on all these medications. 2 ounces of Fucoidan a day, and she also takes Eternity and Spectramax too. But 2 ounces of Fucoidan a day, and her MS symptoms are gone. So it's incredible. I mean, you can't get rid of MS. You can't just like get it out of your body. So you have it. It's a matter of controlling the symptoms. And so she's done it with 2 ounces of Fucoidan, and I think it's just absolutely amazing.
It's impressive. Here I'll announce something that's going to happen shortly. We'll get the announce day with this group on there. We're starting some calls in the morning. They're going to be at 10 o'clock Eastern. You can jump on there. You can listen to the recording, and it's really to get you up and running faster. But they're going to be a lot of you are going to be on these calls because we want stories like this. We want them from our team. But Mindset Monday, Testimony Tuesday, what's working Wednesday, training Thursday. I'm just making this stuff up, guys, men and women here. But anyways, Financial Freedom Friday and Super Saturday. But anyways, these are the calls. If you guys got better names, I'm all up for it. But these are the calls that are going to be on there, and we just want to. I want to get the information out there. I don't want anyone, sitting there going from another company and having someone say, "I'm going to call this guy. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to call him this guy right here. See this guy? Don't call him. I got his number right there. Oh, don't call him. I'm calling him up. That guy's in Limu. I'm going to call him up. He's telling everyone that there's nothing better out there." Well, he hasn't met Genius Tom Maurer yet, and I got a feeling that with nanotechnology and 6-second, pasteurization, I think we do, and I think next day paying $100,000 in bonuses, they better.
Actually, Jeff, this is why we need like a Fucoidan specific webinar, because there's so much information about Fucoidan.
PubMed.gov is crazy on it.
I mean,
ingredient.
The ingredient, but then when you're trying to explain to somebody the differences between Sizzle's Fucoidan and Limu, for instance, I mean, the differences are so vast, but there's so many differences that
Sure.
It almost explain amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So
That's
anyway,
why you don't read on our. Is this going okay, Elliot? You've got froze.
no, it's still going. I think there was a little bit of a glitch.
You know what's interesting, Elliot? That's why when you sometimes you buy some, a product at the store, you buy some peanut butter, and it says, "Hey, just as a warning here, this might have eggs in it, other types of nuts, and all this other stuff in it."
Right.
But it doesn't say that when you get Vukoidin from Tom because he has equipment for Vukoidin. So it doesn't say you might get some peanuts, some eggshells, and this. You guys, just for some fun stuff, and then we'll wrap it up. Provided there's no more questions, I was reading the side of a pizza box. Now, I shouldn't be eating this frozen pizza garbage, and this might stop you from eating it, but I was reading the side, and because of the spices they picked for the pizza, the box on the side actually said, we guarantee less than 3% insect parts.
What? Oh,
Right on the side of the frozen pizza box. I'm just trying to,
what
you
kind
know,
of pizza was that?
just a frozen pizza, and I won't name the store because,
Yes,
we'll
you
have
have
all
to
kinds
name.
of
You have to
problems.
name what
You read
brand.
the side of your own pizza box. Contains less than 3% insect parts. Products do matter. That's the point. Products matter.
That's
I
not
was
the
reading,
point. That's not the point. The point is you need to find out what kind of pizza this was and
Elliot, I
tell us.
got a feeling that you eat some pizza from time to time. I just tell you, you want some pizza, get out some flour, some water, some yeast, you make your own dough, go get some nice
April,
mozzarella
April had
pepperoni sauce.
April, April had some disgusting stories today, but that tops it. That's
Oh
for sure.
yeah, here I'll top it. You know what? I saw a deal on hamburger, seriously. And anyways, we wanted to cook out over the 4th a little, so I go and I'm like, hey, I'll just buy it. It said 100% Angus beef, right? So when I throw it on the grill, April starts eating this, and she's like, wow, this is disgusting. And of course, I loved it because I'm not as selective. So, but this is just amazing. So then I start reading because I love reading stuff. You can tell from the comments I've made over the last hour. I read a lot, and I start reading the side, and it doesn't say insect parts, but it does says this was made from Angus hearts, liver. So it was 100% Angus, but had all these different parts.
I know, and
I
you usually
mean,
let me eat it.
well, I didn't read that till afterwards. I did actually. I did, but
The whole time I'm sitting there like, this tastes like sausage or something.
well, pretty close.
It was.
Don't buy the frozen hamburgers.
Hey,
I swear, you say it says 100% Angus on them or whatever. I thought I was safe because usually I only buy Angus because I asked Jeff, I'm like weird about my meat, so I have to have good meat. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, this is 100% Angus. It's got to be good.
Yep.
No, not the frozen kind.
It had a lot of different parts in there. So products matter. I think we can, if is that the theme tonight? Products, quality products matter. Owning your own manufacturing facility where you can control the quality from end to end, not having to go through 8 different distributors so you don't know their names, their companies, or where they're at. You know, products matter. And you know what? Trust the science, trust Sizzle. And I'm not going to get the last word tonight. So from right now, I'm going to be silent. But
Why not? We want you to have the last word.
no, I
Yeah.
really appreciate everyone for
Unless you're
sharing
letting
time
you
with us.
have the last word. I'm just kidding.
Well, I would say any questions, get them up in the Facebook group about Platinum program or whatever else. Remember, a lot of the product questions and stuff, you want to, give the corporate office a call and ask. Myself and April and Jeff are on the phone with corporate a lot, asking those kinds of questions. Sometimes we'll know the answer, but you know, feel free to pick up the phone. They answer quick and they get answers quick about those products. Focus on the business marketing standpoint kind of questions in the groups, and that's the best place for those. So
We should put together a PDF about the partner program So that way people can actually hand it out. What do you think?
Uh,
Put
what,
it
what, are
together.
you,
I don't.
what are you handing it out for?
Well, so we can give it to prospects so that they can look it over, so they can understand what all is entailed. I know there's been a couple of times that I thought, well, I wish I had a PDF to give somebody. But
Um,
I will give PDFs to people. I will attach them to emails or
yeah,
even a site. If we had a page
I just
on our
posted
blog.
those slides. I just posted those slides in the Facebook group. But I don't know if
We'll put a blog post up or something. Let's do a review on it, and or maybe like a short video.
yeah no we can do a short video might be the best way to do it
Yeah,
in
and
this
then
time.
maybe put a blog post up or something.
Sure.
Hey, do you guys want to get this off live
Yeah,
just for a second?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I really appreciate all of you. You know what? You know what's really exciting? I just want to close with this because I'm really excited about the daily pay. You know, this is an explosive month. Usually, and I heard Tom Maurer say usually in July it kind of slows down for network marketing. But what I'm seeing is that with the forces that are aligned with Sizzle International right now, we've got the daily pay, we've got the $100,000 bonuses that you can pick up in the next year and a half. Life-changing right there. We've got new products coming out. We've got the Partner Platinum program, or Platinum Partner program, sorry, that is just, I was just explaining it on a call this morning on a three-way that it's just, no company's doing that. No company. I was like, Tom must be crazy. He's going to give you back all your shipping. On top of that, he's going to give you in a form of a voucher 5 to 8% back depending on what you order in a form of a voucher. It's amazing. Seriously, I was really just thinking about that today and how, like Jeff was saying, he's proud of this company. I'm proud of it too. So let's get out there and share this company because we're proud of it, and it's definitely here to stay and change lots and lots of lives. So with that, guys, thank you so much. Thanks, Jeffrey Kistner. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Elliot. And thank you, Bill. Have a great night. Bye for now.
Thanks.